Mars is the planet that represents your free will. And because of that, he also represents the planet that builds new karma. And that's important to know because he is currently retrograde in the heavens right now, which means he is not going forward. As creative spirits, a Mars retrograde would actually feel very uncomfortable for the human experience, because one of the reasons why we're here is to create in the name of God. And when we cannot bring a creation forward, it feels kind of boring, or like we're not really accomplishing what our purpose is here to do. So this can lead to a lot of frustration, and it's a very delicate time because, as I said, the way that you interact with Mars, it creates karma. And we like to say that Saturn is only an old Mars from a past life. And so what he does, Mars, in this lifetime, is very important even for your future reincarnations or your future timelines. So if you care about your karmic health, you're going to be more mindful of the teachings that Mars has for us in this current space and time. So Mars is retrograde, but he has just gone back into Cancer, which is all about emotional processing, how you react to the feelings that you have. Because we know that Mars is retrograde and our hands are feeling a bit tied back, this is frustration. This is feeling like a space of nostalgia. Like, I just want things to go back to the past, and where I want to go is unattainable and unreachable. These feelings, while they're very uncomfortable, are telling us trigger points that we have and where our manifestation blockages come in. Because if you can narrow down the trigger of anger, then you're working through a manifestation block. It's just how it works. Cancer has everything to do with the family environment and what makes us feel safe and secure. So with the concept of Cancer being activated, we're looking at our family figures to trigger us and basically point the finger and make us feel uncomfortable. While I want to say that families can be toxic and crazy, it's not all just them. There's some responsibility that you can take upon yourself. Even if you were wronged, you can take the responsibility of healing that wrong. So Mars retrograde in Cancer is bringing up a lot of discord in family connections, siblings, parents, kids, you name it, okay? Now, the other factor to this is that we're at the last days of the North Node being in Aries, which is why it's made this energy a lot more uncomfortable for us, because we feel like there's just one last mission to go. Like we're at the tail end of something that we're finishing, but we don't know quite exactly what it is. So it feels like we're at the finish line and time is passing us by. And so we want to self-actualize, to bring purpose into this whole 2.5-year transit of the North Node in Aries. So that's a lot of frustration to work through. And it makes sense for people to feel very restless amongst the climate in the world right now. So my suggestion for you is to really work on techniques that help you process emotions. I say this all the time. I feel like emotional intelligence and development is something that's been gatekept a lot up until this point. Because if you wanted to learn how to process a feeling effectively, you have to go to a therapist. Which I'm not saying that they shouldn't hold all that power, but let's make this common knowledge to where you and I know how to handle ourselves when big emotions come. Because that's the root of creating sticky karma, is an emotional reaction. So you want to go on Amazon and get self-help books on emotions, or maybe even ask ChatGPT. I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling etc. What can I do about this? Or what does this say about my current state? It's been very helpful for me. ChatGPT, especially with parenting and understanding the milestones of my kid. I'm just kind of like, okay, that makes sense, even though my mind isn't there, you know? So I encourage you guys to do one of those two things to help you work through emotional triggers. And I promise you, if you can do this, things will get better in just about 2 months. I like to tell people that transits are trainings, and you could take the training and keep it for the rest of your life, or you can ignore it and continue working through it in different opportunities, okay? So I'm someone who says, just do the training as it comes. It will help you, only help you manifest the life that you want to live and the money that you want to have, okay? So it's worth doing. Now, is it uncomfortable? Yes, but we're going to work through it. Let me know if you've been feeling frustrated and pressured in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' story. Also, tell me the zodiac sign that you are. Naturally, Cancers are going to feel just terrible right now because Cancer, you have Mars agitating you. I would say water signs would be a little uncomfortable, and some earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So across the board, though, this is still affecting people, especially if you have a karmic placement in Cancer, like Chiron, Saturn, or South Node. Anyways, let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys soon.